Well, one of the biggest names in Indian cricket has always been Subrata Roy Sahara. Subrata Roy has pumped in hundreds of crores of rupees into the Board of Cricket and Control in India for the development of the sport in the country, for sponsorship rights. But the last couple of weeks have seen a major spat between the Sahara Parivar group and the Board of Cricket Control, after which Sahara has decided to terminate its IPL franchise of Pune Warriors team in the next season. This is after they were unable to pay a certain amount of money which was due to the BCCI. Sahara feels that given its past history with the BCCI and the fact that it remains a huge sponsor to non-IPL events of the BCCI, the Indian cricket team, that the BCCI should have adopted a more sporting attitude. Well, joining us now for his views on the latest developments in the IPL saga, Subrata Roy Sahara. Mr. Roy, thank you so much for speaking to us. Is it now confirmed that you will withdraw funding to the BCCI in terms of contractual obligations for the Indian team after your decision on your IPL franchise?
Yes, we have already withdrawn that. Actually, we should have withdrawn sponsorship also right on that day, but we should not, would not want to do that, and we shouldn't have done that also, because it would have affected the players who are so good, so committedly they play for the nation. It's our duty that they should not suffer. So that is why we have given time to BCCI that they should go for this sponsor, new sponsor, and by December we will be there to support the team.
Sir, is your concern
but we have not done it for BCCI. Had it been BCCI, we would have done.
But you're doing this and you're announcing this at a stage in which, because of your problems in the IPL, you're very upset at the BCCI for all sorts of reasons which we'll get into. But are you doing this at a time when there are serious questions being asked to Mr. N. Srinivasan? Because a lot of people are saying that your timing is suspect.
No, I have nothing and no relationship about what is happening today. It may be coincidence. We have withdrawn for our own reasons, for our problems and disgusting problem we faced and facing. And they did not keep their commitment. They did not do justice. They acted very funny in the sense that we are one company who had been so right time paying. We have been paying always on schedule for 13 years or so, and they could not wait for a day, and they could not come to us to discuss something, and they did it very wrongfully.
So you say that, Mr. Roy, you say that, but the governing council of the BCCI had sent 2 letters to the Sahara Adventure Sports Limited on the 12th of April and on the 24th of April, requesting settlement of the overdue amount. You didn't make this payment to them, so they went and encashed their bank guarantee. What's wrong in that?
Nay, I tell you, you are totally right what you have heard. But during that time only, I met Mr. Rajesh Shukla ji in Delhi. I told him that, look, please today settle something so that we make the payment and clear the payment and amicably we come out of it. We don't want to fight. It should be amicably, we should come out of the entire thing. And he said, just wait, nothing will be done with the bank guarantee. That very embarrassing situation you will never face. You don't deserve to face that. And just give us some time. I will talk to all the seniors and I will try to settle the whole thing, the arbitrator or arbitration or whatever.
So who do you think was responsible for taking this decision against you?
You please take.
Who was responsible for taking this decision against you? Who was responsible for taking this decision against you in the BCCI? Who do you blame?
It is very difficult for me to say, but right from the beginning, the way the president of the BCCI had promised me and the way he did not keep his promise, the way I wrote him a letter recently, he didn't reply also. And
but like sir, they are saying that you haven't replied to their letters either.
For that.
So you say that Mr. Srinivasan didn't reply to your letter. They are saying that, so nobody is replying to anybody's letter in this case.
Whenever you want, I will send you all the replies of our letter. All the replies of our letter. And even this time, it doesn't happen. But this time, 2 letters probably went out under my signature.
But sir, let me tell you,
Nothing like
let me
that.
ask you this: if
Yeah,
Mr.
now
Srinivasan,
just
for
to
whatever the
save
reasons,
their face.
for whatever the reasons, if Mr. Srinivasan were proven to somehow be responsible in the entire saga that we are seeing now in the IPL, would Sahara reconsider its involvement with Indian cricket?
Yes, if the entire the body, that cricket body environment becomes very harmonious, friendly, proper, right, does justice, everything which it was there. BCCI we were dealing last 13 years. We had never problem. We are very happy.
So
we
if Mr.
enjoy very
Srinivasan
harmonious
goes,
relationship.
Subrata
We should
Roy
take care
Sahara
of,
will renew his contractual obligations and his sponsorship agreements with the BCCI. That's what you're saying, sir.
I will again say the same. It is not an individual, but yes, he is the chief. He is the more responsible person. But if we'll feel at any stage that they are responding in the right manner, they are doing justice, they are doing everything right, the way it was before
Yes.
BCCI, yes, we are there with the cricket.
Even if Mr. Srinivasan remains the
today,
chief.
let me tell you, today, if they...
Even if Mr. Srinivasan remains the chief.
I'm nothing against any individual. I'm against the association. An association led by somebody, I'm against that person who is giving the leadership.
No, but what
So
you're
if
saying, sir,
he
is
come-
you're
last time what happened?
leaving
He
a
came
road
to me
open.
and
And
he
correct
said-
me if I'm wrong. So you're leaving a road open. In other words, you will come back with your IPL franchise and you will continue funding or your sponsorship deal for the Indian cricket team if
But-
that
but-
equation of the past, even with Mr. Srinivasan, is restored. So Mr. Srinivasan can stay, and that's good enough for you as long as Sahara is respected the way you want them to be. Is that right?
On this, first I will say one thing. Even today's environment, the way BCCI is, even if they offer us sponsorship and IPL free of cost, we will not go. Will not go. But tomorrow, if everything goes right, but I don't think under this leadership, the way we have seen last 2-3 years, it cannot overnight change.
But sir,
I
how
don't
about
think so.
this?
It doesn't happen as by my
You
experience
entered
of my
into a
administration.
financial disagreement with the BCCI. One knows that. But there was a process of arbitration which was also happening, in which the BCCI named a series of eminent lawyers to be part of that process of arbitration, but you rejected all of the names. They then said, why don't you go to the court, right? And again you said no.
It is totally wrong. Totally wrong. You have to understand one thing. When the arbitration matter was discussed, we first offered arbitrator as the former Chief Justice of India. They refused after 4 months. We sent so many names after that also. They refused each and every person. They refused. Because their intention was not to do it. They never had that intention. Think of a situation.
But so they say that you haven't responded to their suggestions
Why did
for
they
the
take
names.
2 years?
So, well, anyhow, sir, I mean, this is
No, it is totally
okay. Okay, but sir, let me ask you this.
Now tell me one. Now tell me.
Sir, let me ask you this. It is at this stage, the person in the news is the son-in-law of Mr. N. Srinivasan. India Cements has clarified that this gentleman, Mr. Mayappan, does not have. He has only an honorary role in India Cements. He's not a regular part of India Cements, and therefore, when it comes to allegations of betting, it has nothing to do with Mr. Srinivasan. Do you agree with that?
It's very difficult to answer this question. But what you've just said that he has no connection with it. He is just a spectator there, no authority, no decision making, no mentorship. Then yes, probably he is right. But if it is not true, then the first action should be taken against this team, but not against the players. I reserve that statement also. The players should not suffer. The team should play the final. Next year it should be taken up, but it should be taken up very seriously. If any gentleman, not only him, any franchisee owner if they are involved into betting, because the franchisee owner has every right to change
but
everything.
sir, what I'm asking you is, do you
According
think
to
there is
their
any
design.
evidence to suggest
So
that
if
Mr.
they bet-
Mayapam is involved in betting? Because these are allegations, sir. Every day we are seeing wild allegations. Some of them will be proved to be correct, others will not be proved to be correct. So why are we necessarily targeting N. Srinivasan?
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. Is that part of it unfair? So I'm asking you, do you believe that part of targeting
On
Mr.
this-
Srinivasan right now is unfair?
On this issue, even I will say this same what you were saying. Unless it is proved, yes, I totally agree. The justice demand that. My reaction to him is not on these issues.
Okay.
My reaction, the way the commitment has not been kept, the way we have been treated, the way we have been so badly, we have been embarrassed, and so negative thing has been done against us. So that is our reaction. And he is the chief. So my reaction is automatically on him. But
So-
on this issue, what you said,
Yes.
it is the investigating agency who can conclude.
So one
We are
final
not
question.
the person who can conclude
Sure.
on this.
One final question. Given the financial troubles of the Sahara Group in recent times, would you be in a position to pay the hefty sponsorship fees for the Indian cricket team, or be in a position to pay for your IPL team if you chose to carry on with it?
But I think one should think it's a simple thing to understand. We could have withdrawn from the sponsorship also day before yesterday. We are continuing up to December so that players should not face problem. By December, we may be paying hundreds of crores. Why did you not withdraw then on the sponsorship? One. Second, let me tell you, we are going for Olympics, a big plan, Olympic plan. We are very soon we are going to launch it. And there probably our infrastructure cost and all cost together is 500 crores, much more than cricket. So that is a very baseless.
All right,
Thank
all
you.
right, all right. Subrata Sahara, your commitment to sport, you say, remains intact. It may not be cricket, but it's likely to be something else. But you've come out today speaking to the media on a day in which a lot of questions are being asked of Mr. N. Srinivasan and his family. But it's interesting that you should agree that at this stage, let's not jump the gun. Let's wait until all of these allegations against his family members are actually proven in a court of law. Thank you very much for joining us.